there, do you believe that no one is an island? Because absolutely it is. We are political animals that interact, work, and get affected with the people around us. I know some people may say, I don't want to mess with politics. Oh, come on, you should be. We belong in a domino effect. Whether you like it or not, you'll fall or not along with the society you belong. That's why we need to belong and establish a society that would nurture and foster us to be what we want. Not a society that would dictate what we should act, but a society that would set us free. Democracy, that's what everybody wants. Not autocracy or the tyranny that are both creating an invisible cell around each citizen. Like in North Korea, they aren't free to do what they want. They're like being in a martial law for their entire life. And it's very awful. Every citizen deserves freedom, which is as good as the politics. Says here, freedom is the cognitio sine qua non, or the condition without politics is impossible. Yes, freedom is impossible without politics. Could you imagine our lives as a citizen without politics? No. Don't even imagine, because you already know the answer. According to German philosopher George Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel, that involvement in the politics is not the impediment or the hindrance to freedom, but it leads to perfection of freedom. This is what I'm talking about earlier, that one should engage in the politics in our society to attain a perfect freedom, a great freedom. So unlike other theories, Hegel's notion differs from them, as he believed that true and perfect freedom has limitations, has restrictions, especially if that limitations and restrictions are reasonable and would not take every man at harm. So a speed limit is an example. It limits drivers' freedom to drive at its preferred speed, but these restrictions provide greater sense of freedom to travel at a safer road. Restrictions and limitations can be imposed through law or through ethics. Now let's talk about law-imposed restrictions. So speed limit includes here. And let's not go so far. Let's talk about something that we could relate. Let's talk about COVID-19 restrictions. What are those? Wearing face masks, social distancing, and even staying at home. Some argued about this restriction as it truly breaks our freedom, which includes our freedom to go everywhere we want. But as Hegel believes that true freedom has restrictions as long as it is reasonable. Is this restriction reasonable? Yes, it is. It protects us from the deadly virus. So aside from law, restrictions is also imposed through ethics. Lots of examples, but let's try to talk about something that everybody could relate. I listed here. Talking back to parents, using phone over time, and cheating on an exam. Let's tackle the first one. Answering parents impertinently. I know some would shout, I have the right to speak for myself. I have the right to defend. I have the freedom of speech. Ethically speaking, you're wrong. It's your parents you are talking to, who raised you as who you are today. Pay respect at least. That's the best to do. This is not written on laws. No one would sue someone for breaking these restrictions. But our ability to determine right and wrong autocorrects our doings, even if it breaks our freedom. Part of our freedom is to vote at legal age or run for a position in the government. But there are issues arise about the conflict between citizenship and being involved in politics. How is it possible? It's this. When you are not a citizen in that particular nation or particular society, you can neither vote or run for a position. These restrictions almost hinder Senator Grace from running as a president last 2016. This regards her U.S. citizenship, which she claimed that she reclaimed her Filipino citizenship before her candidacy. In the end, she won against those critics and continued her candidacy, but unfortunately not claimed the position. So national election is coming. I guess everybody already has its presidential bets, not like me. Joke. So let me take this opportunity to remind the voters to vote wisely and to remind everybody that our decision is where our country relies. The younger ones who can't vote relies. Let's put them in our minds. Let's put what's best for you and for our fellow Filipinos. My friends may have heard who my bet was, but I tell you, I have changed my mind. I'm opening my mind for more what ifs, and I hope you too. Don't close your mind. Don't decide yet. Think again. Think over and over again. Your vote counts. Your vote can change the nation. Choose the best for the nation. By the way, this is Mary Grace Mahusay, and I hope you all doing good at this moment. That would be all. Bye-bye. Thank you.